was dead and I was the only one alive yet, sure. I mean, come on.
You probably remember that. That's what Mayor Bloomberg said back in June when a reporter asked if there was a scenario under which he would run for president in '08. He still says no, but some are counting on him as a third-party candidate. Welcome back to Up Close. When Mayor Michael Bloomberg announced that he was leaving the Republican Party to become an independent, did that mean he was joining the Independence Party? The answer is no, but the party would love to have him. The Independence Party is currently gearing up, preparing to go national. So what does that mean, and what exactly does the Independence Party stand for? Joining us this morning, MacKay. He is chairman of New York's Independence Party. Good to have you here with us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
What does the Independence Party stand for?
Well, first and foremost, we're getting together in order to empower the independent voter, or for that matter, the individual voter. And when I talk about independent voters, we're not simply talking about Independence Party members or blank, unaffiliated voters, but there are a lot of people that are stuck in the Republican parties and the Democratic parties simply because they inherited this label. Independence Party is priding itself, absolutely priding itself, on not taking a stance on social issues. In other words, issues such as abortion, same-sex marriage.
What do you take a stand on?
Voting reform. And we're only concerned about voting reform. We're a political party, and that's all we care about. Same-day voter registration, initiative and referendum, anything that empowers the independent voter.
So, for instance, I'm no party affiliation, but that doesn't make me an independent part of your organization. If I'm not affiliated to any party, that doesn't necessarily make me an Independence Party person, right?
No, here in New York...
Help people understand the difference.
Here in New York, we have 360,000 Independence Party members and growing. More prominent than that are the independents, how you just described yourself. Mm-hmm. There's 2.2 million blank voters or unaffiliated voters. Those are
I'm
true
a blank
independents.
Voter.
and actually, that's a derogatory name. We should get rid of the term blank. You're an unaffiliated voter. You're a true independent.
Right.
And we passed a resolution years ago, several years ago, that allowed the independents, the blank voter, to come into the Independence Party and vote in any statewide primaries. We've yet to have one, but when that happens, you would, for the first time in New York State, be able to vote in a primary.
And that was the point I was going to make. I don't vote in primaries because I can't, because of no party affiliation. But an Independence Party voter can.
Yeah, and now, because of our bylaw change and because of a federal lawsuit that we were successful with, you can vote in the Independence Party. So we're a bridge to these 2.2 million blank voters, which we're glad to know that you're one of them.
You obviously would love to have Mayor Bloomberg run for president, and even more exciting for you, I'm sure, would be if he ran on an Independence Party ticket. Are you actively trying to seek out him and trying to get him to run for president?
Well, we heard the mayor's words, and I think we have to respect, at this moment in time, he's not a candidate for office. But when February...
Talk to some of his staff?
Sure. And I think that some of his staff would enjoy the fact that a Bloomberg candidacy could really change things and certainly be historic. February 5th of this year, there will be the real Super Tuesday. And a scenario where, let's say, for example, Mayor Giuliani was facing off against Senator Clinton or Senator Obama. In a scenario like that, I think it would be the least case scenario where Mayor Bloomberg would take a presidential run. I think, at the same time, on the other hand, if there was a Fred Thompson or a Mitt Romney that looked like they were going to head the Republican ticket, and Senator Clinton or Senator Obama was going to be the Democratic nod, I think it's a much more tempting scenario for Mayor Bloomberg. That's only my speculation. I certainly can't speak for the mayor. But
what factors do you look for when you look at candidates that you're going to support?
We're looking in the big race, the presidential race. What we're looking for is the best manager for this country, and we're not going to demand that candidate, whoever that he or she may be, that they take our positions on social issues. It's very important, and this is a departure from anything else that's been out there.
But when you look at a candidate like Mayor Bloomberg, you're looking at that, but you're also looking at the fact that he has a big pocket filled with money. Well, he has the money to fund a campaign.
It certainly doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt his chances to run an independent candidacy, having that kind of resources, those kind of personal resources. It's a tremendous asset for a candidate to have, I mean, to be very candid. But let's also put it in perspective. a lot of people compare the idea of a Mayor Bloomberg running to the 1992 version of Ross Perot running. I think it's a very unfair comparison. Mayor Bloomberg has been elected twice in really the toughest market in the media center of the universe, twice, and he ran as an independent Republican in a very, very democratic city and was successful. And if you ask me, he's been a fantastic mayor. And, certainly there's a 24-hour news cycle that we enjoy now, and we're in the age of the Internet. In 1992, Ross Perot was introducing himself to the country, and I say this with a great deal of respect, through infomercials. And I had originally gotten involved in politics through the Ross Perot campaign at a very low level, and that's what sparked my interest in it. But to compare Mike Bloomberg to Ross Perot is completely unfair to both men, but certainly to Mike Bloomberg.
Independence Party has been around in New York for a while, now attempting to go national. How's that going?
Fantastic. I mean, we have delegates meeting as we speak. Sunday, the 23rd of September 2007, for the interim organizational meeting of the Independence Party of America, and all the information is available on independencepartyofamerica.com. And
you're looking at having a convention next year, correct?
Convention will be next year. This is the organizational meeting, and we'll be adopting a charter. That charter is a national party, and as of this Sunday, the 23rd, as we speak, a charter is being adopted, and a national chair will be elected.
All of this takes money.
This will take money.
Where's it going to come from?
From individual voters at this point. I mean, we're self-funded through Independence. $10 and $20 donations. People are going to independencepartyofamerica.com and donating tens and $10 a month or $20 a month. Someone just asked if we minded if they gave $5 a month, and we said thank you very much. That's where it's coming from, and it's coming in. It'll happen.
Okay. Frank, good to have you here with us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Good luck with the convention, or the meeting this weekend, and the convention coming up next year.
Thank you very much.
When we come back, banning the B word. That's what one city council member wants, but is she getting support for the idea? We'll talk about that when we come back.